What is good, everybody? It is the Icon here to talk about the season finale, season 2 of Titans. This episode is entitled Nightwing. I honestly can't say how long I can't even put into words how long I've been waiting, for this moment. Like I said in the last video, Dick Grayson, Nightwing, my favorite DC character of all time. And we finally, well, shoot, damn y'all, I finally got what I wanted. So let's get right into it. So this episode starts. It starts where we left off with the Black Mercy moving on to phase 2. She has Gar in the park. He's walking around, eating ice cream, chilling with the public, and then all of a sudden the classical music plays, and then he gets that gleam in his eye. The girls, they're back at the tower. They're trying to discuss, what to do next. Like, Rachel's whole thing is like, we have to save Dick, and then, Donna's still like, screw Dick Grayson, and they're just like, Guard needs our help, which is true. Like, Guard needs their help more than Dick does. So they try to come up with a plan to bust into Cadmus. Corey tells everybody that her powers aren't working, which kind of like ruin the entire plan. And then they get the call that there's a tiger loose at the fair. So they're just like, well, go into the fair. So much for breaking into Cadmus. On their way to Cadmus, Slade shoots up the vehicle. He's putting, getting his getting his gangster on. And then while the girls, we all saw the trailer, we saw the episode, while the girls are getting shot at, there's a large thud on top of the car, and all the girls are looking like, what the F is that? And then it pans out, and you see your boy with the costume on, and when, because I saw the trailer, I was hyped, I smiled when I saw it, I smiled when I saw it, but during the fight with him and Slade, because he had the batons, he had the bird symbol in the middle. When he took the batons and the batons lit up, I completely lost it. I was just like, I think I almost like shrieked like a silly-eyed schoolgirl. I was just like, put some respect on my man's name. And then Slade was trying to get him, and he couldn't touch him. Like Dick was flipping out the way and moving and dipping and dodging. And I was just like, yeah, boy. So, and then after that, he was calling out to Jericho. He was just like, he's like, Jericho, I know you're in there. And then Jericho was like, Dick, what do I do? He was like, what to do, buddy? And then right before Slade took out, he knocked him. He wasn't going to take him out. Like, this is Richard Gillian Grayson. He wasn't going to take him out. But when he knocked Dick down, and then he decided he was going to go for the kill, which wouldn't have worked because Dick clearly had 2 batons in his hand. So even if he struck him down, he was going to block it. But anyway, when he went for the blow, Rose showed up. And then Slade was just like, oh, you've chosen a side. And she was like, yes, I've chosen the Titan side. And then Slade was like, well, then you shall die. And then Slade and Rose got into this 3-way fight, and then, Dick hit him in the face, spun him around. Rose stabbed him in the stomach. And then Dick's like, when Rose stabbed him, Dick was like, no, bitch. Because Jericho's still in there, and then he was just like, if you kill Slade, Jericho's gonna die. But Rose knew that, and then right before Slade died, she was like, Jericho, you know what to do. And Jericho used his power. He projected himself out of Slade and into Rose. So Jericho's now inside of Rose, which is creepy as hell. But who knows? With Rachel's powers, maybe we'll get him out, and we'll create like a body for him next season. Hell, Constantine did it for Sarah on Arrow, so why can't why should this be any different? Because this is the Berlanti verse. So after that, they were like, Donna was talking to Dick, like, Rose was like, like, my bad for what I did, and then he was like, don't worry about it, your Titans, your family. And then after that, they got in Donna was like, yo, like, the mission's not over, we got to go save Gar. So they go down to the circus, like the carnival or whatever. And what's the dude name? Wintergreen, the black dude, Wintergreen. Wintergreen was not in this episode, and I'm like, that was weird. Wintergreen was just like, because even Slade said, he was like, yo, it's time we put the band back together. So like, what happened to Wintergreen? It would have been nice to see, because Wintergreen, he was talking a lot of shit throughout the entire season. It would have been nice to actually see him fight somebody. And even with that being said, Slade's not even dead because they killed Slade, quote unquote, but he has the Mirakuru in his system, so Slade's not gonna die. Like, he'll be back later. So anyway, they go to the carnival, and then for some reason, well, Rachel, she went to go talk to, because Superboy came out. When Gar was attacking the carnival, Mercy unleashed Superboy, and then she had Superboy basically like beat up Gar, to prove, because Mercy was basically trying to sell Connor to the highest bidder, and she needed to prove that he was a weapon capable of someone's purchasing. So she basically she said she had Connor beat up on Gar to prove to everybody, that, hey, this is a weapon that you should pay for. So Gar got beat up, and then Superboy was just standing there while the minions on the dark web were bidding for Superboy's Superboy services. Then Rachel rolled up on Beast Boy, and then she was just like, Gar, she was talking to him. She was like, Gar, it's me, it's Rachel, blah blah blah. He took a swipe at her. She got mad. The other three girls, like Donna, and Corey. Remember, Corey doesn't have her powers. The three of them were squaring off against Superboy. And I'm just like, at that point, I was like, what happened to Dick and Rose? So kudos to the actress who plays Donna and the actress who plays Dawn, because throughout the entire season, well, for all 2 seasons, Donna's pretty much just been like a stick up her ass, like hard, like she's basically just like she's all like tough and blah blah blah. And Dawn's whole thing is like she's just been like the den mother of the Titans. She's just like, oh, everybody's nice and now children and blah blah blah. Their comedic deliveries in the scene with Superboy, I thought was hilarious and awesome, because Dawn's not usually, well, neither one of them, they're not joke crackers. Like, neither one of them, they don't tell jokes. They're not like, they're always like super serious. So to see them, it was nice to see the two of them have normal regular people banter back and forth, where Donna was just like, well, you're Kryptonian, like your Themyscirian, he's Kryptonian, you should talk to him. She's like, I ain't talking to him. And then and then Donna tried to talk to him, and then she's just like, hey Connor, blah blah blah. So like I said, to see that side from the two of them, and then making fun of Corey when Corey was like, hey Connor, and they were like, hey Connor, bitch, like that's what you got. Like to see that banter for them was really cool. So they end up fighting Connor. Like Donna, like all three of them get into it. Well, Corey kept a distance, and Donna kept a distance. And then and then Hank shows up. Like Hank shows up in the costume because remember, he's trying to get his life. He's trying to get his life back on track. So Hank shows up, and then Dawn sees him. She's immediately pissed. She's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm trying to help out. And she's like, we don't need your help. And everybody's like, yeah, we do. So now it's Hank, Dawn, Donna, and Corey. So then Dick finally shows up. He throws like a smoke grenade at Connor. Connor catches the smoke grenade. The grenade blows up. Connor disappears. I don't know where Connor went. And then Dick is standing in the spot where Connor used to be. And then Hank goes, he says to everybody, he's like, it's getting real ugly out here. And then Dick walks up to him, he goes, so what, you're not gonna make fun of my suit? And he's like, I just did. And I thought that was a cool line. So then they call Rachel over, because Rachel actually, she used her powers to turn Gar back to normal, and then she snapped Gar out of the mind control. So now they got to do is get the chip out of his brain. But Rachel brought Gar back. So then Dick brings Rachel to Connor, and Donna uses the rope. She ties Connor up. Rachel uses her powers on Connor and Dick. Dick goes inside Connor's brain. He's talking to Connor. He's just like, listen, but like Connor was like trapped in like a room of darkness, and Connor was like, I can't get out. Like she's telling me what to do. And then he's like, don't worry, I got you. You're Titan. It's like, you're a Titan, your family. And then Dick ends up puncturing a hole through the blackness, and then there's light, and then Connor's standing in the light, and then Connor came back. He got his memory back. He got out of the mind control. And then when Connor got out of the mind control, he thanked everybody. He thanked Dick. He was like, yo, thanks for bringing me back. And then he saw Mercy sitting in the truck because, he has the X-ray vision. He rolled up on Mercy. Mercy almost peed on herself. And then, Corey punched Mercy in the... it would have been cool, though. Like, as funny as it was to see Corey punch her in the face, it would have been nice if Mercy actually would have fought somebody or fought a couple of them, like, fist to fist, because Mercy was talking a lot of shit throughout this whole season, like, and to see her, like, go out like a coward, I was just like, and I figured she put up more of a struggle, but it was still funny because when Corey punched her in the face, like, she hurt her hand because, again, Corey doesn't have her powers. So Mercy's down. the carnival saved. The public comes out. Everybody started cheering and clapping, cheering on the Titans for saving them, which I thought was weird because I'm like, y'all sitting here cheering for them because they saved you, but two of those people that you're clapping and cheering for were the same two people that caused this whole thing to begin with. So that was a little awkward, but I was just like, whatever. And then, this scaffolding, this iron tower scaffolding thing ended up falling over. It was about to fall on some civilians, and for whatever reason, because all the Titans were standing together in one big group. Well, they were all right there. There was plenty of time for somebody to interject and to catch the scaffolding because 3 people yelled out someone's name and they had enough time to do all. Like, there was plenty of time. I have no idea why Superboy did not grab the scaffolding. I have no idea why no one told Superboy to grab the scaffolding. Donna ended up grabbing it for whatever reason. It electrocuted her. I thought she was Themysciran. It electrocuted her, or at least half Themysciran. It electrocuted her and she died. This is the same woman who, when we saw the episode of the back episode of how Slade and the Titans ended up having beef, we saw the scene where Slade basically cut up Donna, stabbed her up, sliced her up, like day old turkey. And for all the cutting, the stabbing, the slicing, and the puncturing that Slade did to Donna, she survived that. But electricity killed her when you had Superboy standing right there. Why the decision was made to kill Donna, I have no idea, but that part didn't make sense to me. If it was me personally, what I would have done, and also the as much as I love the opening scene with Dick versus Slade, it still would have been nice if that ended very quickly. Slade was the villain throughout the entire season. This whole thing was about Slade, Rose, and Connor. Connor plugged in. This whole thing was about Slade, Jericho, and Rose. And when we get to the season finale, the purpose of the whole season, which was Slade versus the Titans, that lasted like 3 minutes. And then like the Cadmus stuff happened at the last second. They focused more on the Cadmus stuff. Now, again, what I would have done, I would have had the opening scene with Slade versus them play out exactly how it did. I would have had them go to the carnival. But then after they saved the public and all the people were clapping and cheering, I would have had Slade come back, because Slade, you can't kill Slade because he has the Mirakuru in his system, so you can't kill Slade. I would have had Slade come back to the carnival, putting the mask on, talk about it's not over. And then where was Rose during the carnival? Anyway, I would have had Slade come back talking about it's not over, Titans, like you can't kill Slade Wilson. And then I would have had all the Titans versus Slade in a one-on-one like carnival fight. And then during that fight, then you can have Slade kill Donna. And it would have made more sense to have Slade kill Donna, like in that regard. But to have her go out because she got electrocuted, I'm like, the whole time I'm like, she's not dead. Like, why are we acting like she's dead? She's not dead. And then in the end, everybody ends up going to, they end up going to the airport. They had Donna's body in a casket. Rachel decides that she wants to go to Themyscira with Donna's body, because Rachel's whole thing was, she was just like, listen, she was like, my powers are out of control and I've been inside everybody's head. Maybe I can help. My powers are so strong. Maybe I can find a way to save Donna. Maybe I can bring Donna back to life. She's, maybe Themyscira will teach her, the Themyscirans, they'll teach her how to fight. Maybe they'll help her hone her powers. So she's basically going to Themyscira for training and to see if she can save Donna. Donna's not dead. Donna coming back. So the rest of the so Rachel goes with them to the mascara with Donna's body. The rest of them go back to the tower. They have a dinner in Donna's honor. They hoist up the orange soda. Bruce Wayne ends up showing up. He and Dick have a conversation. And then when they were having the conversation, Dick was just like, thanks, Bruce, for being there for me. And then I thought Bruce was going to be like, oh, now it's thank you. He's like, wasn't before? Wasn't it fuck Batman? Like, I thought he was going to say, I actually thought he was going to bring that up, but he should have, but so they end up having like a dinner, like, a dinner in Donna's honor. Everybody's sitting there, Rose is there. They never brought up Jericho again. Jericho never got spoken of again. Actually, Rose didn't even speak again after that. Superboy never spoke after that. Corey ends up saying to Bruce, she was just like, I want to thank you for bringing us all together in that, in Las Vegas in that random diner, because if you hadn't brought us together in that diner, she's like, I don't know if we'd all be here today. And Bruce Wayne's like, bitch, what is you talking about? Like, he's like, Bruce Wayne never been to no random diner in Nevada. So, and I call that, I believe, if you go back, look up my review for the Elo, the Elko episode. I think I said that I was just like, because I said that I was like, yo, Bruce Wayne ain't that good. Bruce Wayne ain't that good to be having things popping up on TVs and changing people's radios and doing all this crazy stuff. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was Rachel's powers conjuring Bruce to bring everybody together. I call that shit. Even Corey and Dawn said that they were just like, was that Rachel that did it? So yeah, Rachel's powers are definitely out of control, and that's going to be explored more in season 3, because I would assume that Rachel's because next season is all about the Tamaranian invasion. Rachel's probably not going to show up next season until like season 4. I mean, not season 4. So she's not going to show up next season until like episode 4. So after that, while they're all at dinner, Gar's just like, hey, there's there's a news report where like something's happening, and then everybody's sitting there like, well, shit, that's what the cops are for. But then Dawn gets up, and then she's like, she looks at everybody, she's like, yeah, I better get up, Titans, you heard? And then after that, the Titans get together, everybody's like, all right, cool, they put their costumes on, they go out to fight crime and to protect the city. So the Titans are together, bitches. And and then that's how it ended. Post-credit scene, it shows like this black family, this mom and her 2 daughters. They're coming out of the supermarket, and then like this purple smoke goes into the woman's body, and then it transforms into Blackfire, which is Starfire's sister, and then Blackfire basically just walked away and left the kids in the truck. So that's how it ended, and Titans are over. So it was a good season. It was a damn good season. I enjoyed the season. The only episode that I would say was kind of pointless was the episode where Dick was in prison. Like, I didn't need the whole episode of that, but every episode this month, like, it had a purpose. It had, Jason showed up, like, during Donna's like funeral at the airport. Jason popped up, and then he rode off on his motorcycle like a bitch. Yeah, so like, I definitely enjoyed it. Like, it's sad. Like, now that I finally got Nightwing, like, the damn show, like, the show's over. So Titans did get renewed for a season 3. Who knows when it'll start production, but Titans usually starts in September, so hopefully by September 2020 we'll get Titans season 3, and we can be back to do some more reviews and do some more talk. Again, as far as predictions are concerned, it's all about the Tamaranian invasion, and they might try to squeeze like one other villain in the mix to see what happens. So thank you everybody who watched all of my reviews for all 13 episodes of Titans. We did it. Like, we made it to the end, and it was a good run. So check out my channel for more reviews for more DC TV, Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow, Batwoman. The Crisis is coming up. We're definitely gonna do some Crisis stuff too. So Arrow ends in like another like 4 episodes, and then I'm gonna ride that Arrow train all the way to the end. So keep it locked here. Leave a comment, like, or subscribe. And for Titans, for Nightwing, for everybody that watched, thank you. And until season 3, I'm out this bitch.